After winning the 2010 NBA championship against the Boston Celtics, Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers looked destined to win 6 NBA championships before Kobe retired. But everything changed after Kobe suffered the devastating Achilles injury that altered the rest of his career. Today, we travel back in time to NBA 2K26 to rebuild the Los Angeles Lakers and answer one question. What if Kobe Bryant never got injured? Of course, this rebuild cannot start without making trades to improve this roster, and Luol Deng is literally a perfect role player next to Kobe Bryant. Elite defender, elite shooter, he has a very nice contract. The thing is, if you can play under Tom Thibodeau and you're beloved by Eric Spoelstra, you're probably a perfect Kobe Bryant player. Ron Artest unfortunately made more headlines for changing his name and almost ending the Beard's career what felt like 15 years too early. So we're trading him for Andrew Bogut. So in 2K, they unfortunately don't have Andrew Bynum in the game, meaning that there is a glaring hole at the center position. And if we want Pau Gasol to be able to play his natural power forward position, we're going to need a big man. Andrew Bogut, he would win a championship with the Golden State Warriors. Once again, if you can win an NBA championship, you're probably a big Kobe Bryant person to play with. So we're going to take this trade for Andrew Bogut, looking at the team now with Gasol at the 4, Kobe at the 2, and Bogut at the 5, with Luol Deng playing the 3. We do need a point guard, and if we can find a solid point guard, we have a couple solid role players. Luke Walton, oh dear God, you'd end up being the coach. Little did everybody know that this will go awful. In real life, the Los Angeles Lakers would end up trading for Steve Nash. Unfortunately, his Lakers tenure was remembered by two things. One, the Chris Paul trade not going through, and two, for him being injured. However, for one, injuries are turned off, and for two, this is 2010. He's 2 years younger, so we can maximize Steve Nash's potential here. We have a lot of great defenders around him. I absolutely love our starting lineup. I think this is a championship starting lineup. We just need to fill out the bench. Hey, and why not? We could use a backup big man. Let's get an absolute animal in Ben Wallace. This dude is absolutely crazy. And Kobe Bryant is absolutely crazy. I love that combo. I think this is an awesome trade. We're going to go ahead and simulate with this roster. The lineup's going to be Steve Nash, Kobe Bryant, Luol Deng, Pau Gasol, and Andrew Bogut, with Matt Barnes and Ben Wallace coming off the bench. At the deadline, we're going to look to be super aggressive, but I want to see how the team plays out. And plus, we need to actually simulate to the deadline so players can become tradable. We can also see what teams are selling at the deadline. At the trade deadline, yeah, we've made one of the best teams in the NBA. We are 47-5 right now. If you take a look at the player stats, Kobe Bryant is averaging 34 points a game. And look at the efficiency. He's shooting 45% from 3. Yeah, I don't know how realistic that is, but holy, Kobe's on a burner. Luol Deng, the efficiency from 3 is down. However, he's averaging 18.6 points a game. He's actually the second leading scorer on the team. Bogut's almost averaging 10 rebounds. Gasol's almost averaging 10 rebounds. But look at Steve Nash. 14 assists a game. That is easily good enough for us to have the number 1 offense in the entire NBA. And we also have the number 1 defense in the entire NBA with the number 1 point differential at plus 23. Even though he is 38 years old and does not have a lot of time left, this is an all-in move this year for us bringing in Grant Hill. So this is going to be our bench scorer now. So now I feel very confident when we go to the bench that we will not lose too much offense. The last thing I'm going to look for is really a backup combo guard that can play the 1 or the 2, depending on if Nash or Kobe is out there. I cannot believe that a 75 overall is going to get 2 second-round picks. However, I really like Raja Bell's game. He's a 3-and-D guy. He's 34 years old. So again, the roster is a little bit older, but I really like the 9-man lineup that we have now. I will see you guys at the end of the regular season when hopefully we can maintain this momentum and be the best team in the NBA. Kobe Bryant would win the MVP this season. Blake Griffin would win the Rookie of the Year. Greg Oden, 6th Man of the Year. Shout out to him because just an unfortunate way for his career to go. Shout out to him for winning the 6th Man of the Year. Dwight Howard wins the Defensive Player of the Year. Marcin Gortat wins the Most Improved Player, one of the best center duos in the NBA. And Stephen Carter would win the Coach of the Year for the 70-12 Bulls. However, Barty Knight would win the Executive of the Year, as we would go 71-11. Looking at the All-NBA First Team, Blake Griffin made it as a rookie. That might be the greatest rookie season we have ever seen. D Rose will make the All-NBA Second Team, prepping for potentially his first MVP next year. Steve Nash would make the All-NBA Third Team, so really good stuff there. This is back in the era where it was 2 guards, 2 forwards in the center, by the way, for the awards. Looking at the all-defensive team, nobody on our team there, and then we do not have any rookies. We are the 1 seed in the Western Conference, so we are obviously the 1 seed. However, with the way this season went, I actually wanted to bring up this tweet right here, where someone mentioned the 2006 NBA season. The 60-win Dallas Mavericks had the second best record in the Western Conference, but ended up as a 4 seed because of the old rule. The 3 division winners back then in the NBA would get top 3 seeds in each conference. People believe this made the NBA more competitive, but I couldn't disagree more. As I highlighted here in my tweet, 17 of the 30 teams were 500 or below in 2006. Only 11 teams this year were 500 and below. So there are more good basketball teams this year, and there are more bad basketball teams back then. I'm really interested to hear your guys' opinion in the comments because I just feel like nostalgia really clouds our judgment when it comes to making arguments, but maybe I'm wrong and maybe you guys actually believe the 3 division winners should have the top 3 seeds. Leave it down in the comments below what your opinion is. I'm really interested to read about them, and I will try to reply to every single comment. Let's continue on with the video, though. There were not any major trades in the NBA, just a couple small ones outside of the ones that we made. We were really the only team that made trades in the NBA. As we're taking on the LA Lakers in round 1, this is Brandon Roy being completely healthy, Nick Batum, LaMarcus Aldridge, Wes Matthews is on the team. They have Greg Oden, Andre Nocioni. So this is before Damian Lillard came around. We are going to win game 1 against them. They're going to win game 2. We're going to win game 3. We're going to win game 4. And we are going to beat the Portland Trailblazers in 5, setting up a series against the Denver Nuggets. In real life, this Nuggets team was absolutely nasty with Carmelo Anthony, Chauncey Billups, Nene, Ty Lawson, J.R. Smith. Team is very, very good. They have Birdman off the bench and all his beautiful tattoos. We are tied 1-1. We're going to be up 2-1. It's going to be tied 2-2. We're going to be up 3-2. And we are going to beat Carmelo Anthony and the Denver Nuggets in 6, setting up a matchup against the San Antonio Spurs. What's super interesting is even though both teams really dominated the 2000s, there's not many iconic Lakers-Spurs matchups that you can think of. This team is obviously really, really good with Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili. We are going to win game 1, though. We are going to win game 2. We're going to win game 3. They're going to win game 4. They're going to win game 5. They're going to win game 6. Oh my, what this ended up really flipping on its head quickly. We have a chance to blow a massive lead in the postseason. We're up 6 in the 4th quarter with 9:15 left to go. We're up 10 with 5 minutes to go, and we are going to pull away, luckily. Ooh, we avoided disaster there. As we are taking on Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic, this is a matchup that happened in real life back in 2009, and the Lakers would win. Let's see if history can repeat itself, as they are going to win game 1. We're going to win game 2. We're going to win game 3. We're going to win game 4, and we have an opportunity to close it out on our home court. Let's see if the LA Lakers can get it done. The Magic, they're going to fight, though. Dwight Howard, he was obviously such a beast back then. Defensive Player of the Year. Could have won an MVP, honestly, too. As we are up 2 with 6 minutes to go, we're tied with 3:38 to go. Tied with 2:36. Let's hop into this game. Let's see how the team performs. Nothing really happened, so we're under 2 minutes ago. Michael Petras is inbounding the ball. Dwight Howard gets the ball. Leave him open. Let Dwight Howard shoot the mid-range, for all I care. Jameer Nelson gets in. He kicks it out to Petras. Petras trying to get something going. They can't, though. Bad shot. That was great defense by Steve Nash right there. Nash got the mismatch. Go to work, Steve Nash. Gets it to Gasol. Gasol, little jumper, and it's good. Big shot there by Gasol. We're up 2. We have to close things out here. I feel like we have the team to do it. It's all about Dwight Howard. We just got to play great defense on Dwight, and we can win this game. Jameer Nelson, not really his game ISOing here. Steve Nash doing a great job on defense here. Jameer Nelson trying to post up Steve Nash, and that's just not a good shot right there. Dwight Howard not touching the ball down the stretch is really bad offense by the Orlando Magic. Kobe for 3. Oh, that would have been epic if Kobe daggered him with a minute left. Petras has the ball. Once again, just not getting the ball to Dwight Howard. I'm all good with this game plan. Jameer Nelson, he just can't get by Steve Nash. You would think a younger Jameer Nelson could get past him. He cannot. Vince Carter has the ball up top. He's got Kobe Bryant on him. Kobe can't. Oh, that was tough. Tough bucket. Kobe could not keep Vince Carter in front of him. That was a tough bucket from Vince Carter. Certainly a much better option than going to Jameer Nelson. As we do have the ball, 42 seconds left. Prime 2-for-1 opportunity. We have to think about that. This ball's got to go to Kobe Bryant here. Kobe, oh, he was open. Must have not had the passing angle. Kobe, oh, that's such a Kobe shot. He missed it. We got to live with those kind of shots. That's such, oh, Dwight's so open. And they are going to go up 2. That was horrible defense. And Dwight's killing Bogut. Oh my God, Bogut. Bogut's getting slaughtered out here. Kobe's got the ball. He's got an ISO on Vince. We need a big bucket here, Kobe. Kobe's trying to go to work. He's going into the post. Classic fadeaway. Kobe Bryant. Big shot right there. We're tied 104, 19 seconds to go. Can we close out and get a stop here? Could we potentially get the ball back? That is a huge question here. They're obviously, I think, going to go to the Vince Carter, Dwight Howard pick and roll here. At least I would think they would. Although Jameer Nelson, he's been trying to play hero ball. Jameer Nelson's trying to ISO on Steve Nash. By all means, I'm okay with this matchup, even though Nash is a bit older. Jameer trying to get past Steve Nash, forced to pick up his dribble. They have nothing. Big steal by Lou Oldang. Take it all the way. Slams it. 1.1 seconds to go. They have no timeouts. Jameer for the game. No good. The Lakers are going to win.
All the travel, all the practices, all the meetings, all the games, wins and losses, the emotion, the exhaustion culminating into tonight.
And whenever you win the NBA championship, there's a level of accomplishment and excitement that really can't be matched. But pretty amazing to have accomplished this goal.
The celebration is here, and this place is going crazy. The bench loves it. The fans obviously overjoyed. This is one of those moments these players will never forget. And we've enjoyed bringing you every minute of the action here on 2K Sports. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next season.
This was the 2011 NBA playoffs in real life. If you look at ours, it was a little bit different, of course, with the Lakers winning it. Let's continue on to the 2012 NBA season. Juwan Howard retires, Kurt Thomas retires, Derek Fisher retires, Steve Nash and Ben Wallace retire, though. They're going to retire on top. I have to respect it. Unfortunately, that leaves us in a really rough scenario because now our team is gutted just a little bit. Looking at the draft lottery, we do not have a pick here. I mean, it's kind of obvious we won the NBA championship. Our pick is to the Nets. They have pick 30 in this draft, so we will not be getting any of the top guys. Phil Jackson's obviously here to stay. Let's take a look at the 2011 NBA draft. The Minnesota Timberwolves are on the clock. They're going to take Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi and Kevin Love. What a duo right there. Isaiah Thomas ends up on the Sacramento Kings just like in real life. However, it is no longer in the second round. Jimmy Butler ends up in Philadelphia. At this moment, is this like 8 years early? The Suns take Kyrie. Kyrie fell to 4. As the Pistons, they're going to take Clay. Wow, what a draft so far. Do we try to get into this draft potentially? The problem with Kobe, once he kind of gets a bit older, we're going to need somebody else to take over the top scoring. So maybe we try to make our way up into this draft. I did not end up liking any of the trade offers. So Kenneth Faried will go 7th. Kemba Walker goes 6th. Valanciunas ends up on the Wizards. Interesting there. Vooch on the Rockets. Reggie Jackson ends up on the Knicks. Bojan Bogdanovic to the Nets. Tristan Thompson, he went like 4th overall in real life. He goes to the Dallas Mavericks at 19. This free agency is going to be highlighted by Carmelo Anthony, Al Horford, Zach Randolph, and Joakim Noah. There's a young Mike Conley here. The problem, we do not have any money really to work with, and Matt Barnes, he's just nowhere to be found. So unfortunately, we likely don't have his bird rights, so we can't re-sign him. We can bring back Grant Hill, though. Even though he's 38 years old, I mean, this is a must-get guy. We need depth desperately. Looking at the team, we're a little bit top-heavy right now. So it might be a situation where we have to trade away one of these guys just to kind of fill out the team. Is there any chance we could trade Gasol? This feels wrong. Oh, it feels wrong to trade Gasol, but Paul George, we might have to take that for the future. Paul George, welcome to the LA Lakers. This was a thing that could have happened in real life, but he ended up in OKC, and then he ended up on the Clippers. This time, he's in the Laker town. I really like Paul George. I think Kobe Bryant's a good mentor for him, and also, PG won't get injured in this. He will not have that horrific Team USA injury. He's going to be a beast throughout his entire career. A relatively tame free agency, Carmelo would end up on the Nuggets, Al Horford would be back on the Hawks, Gasol and Conley would be back in Memphis. The big moves: Zach Randolph is off to Toronto, and New Jersey signed Vince Carter. Other than that, not a lot of huge moves, but there was one underrated move: Greg Oden to the Thunder. I am absolutely terrified of the idea of Russ, Harden, Durant, Ibaka, Oden with Jeff Green off the bench. They have Landry Fields, they have Cephalosha, they have Eric Maynor, they have a young Patty Mills. This team is better than ours. Just gonna be straight up about it. Looking at the roster, unfortunately, Grant Hill and Shane Battier went down. However, Harvey Fox went up 4. Who knows? Maybe he could be a player for us. The big one, though: Luol Deng's up to an 85 overall. Paul George is up to an 85 overall. These are the two young guns with Kobe Bryant that I'm really relying on to have huge season 2s. Looking at the roster, we're probably gonna play small ball with Luol Deng at the 4. We desperately need to find a point guard as we head into the 2012 NBA season. I will see you guys at the trade deadline. Despite the fact that the roster is a bit incomplete, especially due to the fact that we don't even have a point guard on the roster really. Kobe's averaging over 30, Luol Deng's averaging over 20. Paul George, considering he's only taking about 12 shots a game, I'm okay with 15 points. I'd prefer for him to shoot the ball more, but it's very, very clear. We definitely need a true point guard to kind of run the offense. You know, it is giving up our starting center and our power forward. We desperately need a point guard. Mike Conley, welcome to the team. So we made a couple other transactions, and I want to take a look here. We traded for Taj Gibson, and we traded for Marvin Williams. So what is the plan right now? Well, the plan could be to play Taj Gibson at the 5, but honestly, I feel like if we have a serviceable center with how good our wings are and how good our forward depth is off the bench, I feel pretty good. Even though I am going to have to simulate the rest of the season without a starting center, Taj Gibson, he's just going to kind of thug it out. I'm hoping our wing depth and our overall scoring and the fact that we're going to be playing modern basketball really, really early in the timeline, like this is 2012, and we're already going to be playing modern basketball. I'm hoping that that's going to be enough to hopefully lead us to another NBA championship. If we end up not winning, our team is under control next season. We can trade for a center in the offseason, and I feel like we're much better off with Mike Conley than Andrew Bogut just because he has a higher ceiling, in my opinion. This season, he would win the MVP in real life. Derrick Rose would take home the MVP. Kyrie Irving, Rookie of the Year. Goran Dragic, 6th Man of the Year. That's an insane point guard duo right there. Kevin Garnett wins the Defensive Player of the Year. Eric Bledsoe, Most Improved Player. And Scott Brooks would win the Coach of the Year. 70-12. Yeah, that team is ridiculous, okay? As we're looking at the All-NBA team, Kobe Bryant is barely going to make an All-NBA team. He makes the All-NBA 3rd team, average about 29 points, 6.5 rebounds, 4 assists. Unfortunately, just no real point guard to feed him the ball this season, unlike Steve Nash, as we are going to be the 4th seed in the Western Conference, taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves with Kawhi Leonard and Kevin Love. We ended up with the 4th best record in the NBA, but unfortunately, due to the rules of the conference and division winners, we would end up as the 4th seed, as the Clippers would finish 1 win better than us. A bit unfortunate, but I do feel like we are a lot better than this Minnesota team. However, 2K disagrees, as we lost game 1. We do win games 2 and 3. We're going to win game 4. And can we win game 5? We do, taking on the 70-win Oklahoma City Thunder. Russ, Harden, Durant, Ibaka, Oden, with Jeff Green off the bench, Landry Fields, Thabo Cephalosha. I mean, this team is ridiculous. I mean, we're just going to have to hope contracts happen with this team, as we are going to win game 1, though. We're going to win game 2. We're going to win game 3. They win game 4. Holy Kobe. Holy Kobe. Let's see. What did Kobe do? 41. Bro, 37. And then Mike Conley put up 38. Kobe with 25 in game 2. Dude, Kobe. Just 41, 11, and 7? Bro, Kobe. Kobe literally dragged this team to victory against the Thunder. Dude, honestly, I think Kobe would have enjoyed playing a 70-win team. As we're taking on the Clippers, Bledsoe, Mike Bridges, Eric Gordon, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan. With Chris Kaman off the bench, they got Baron Davis, Al-Farouq Aminu. Dude, Kobe was on a heater in that last series. As we're up 2-1 against the Clippers, we're up 3-1. 3-2. Do not blow a 3-1 lead. All I ask is that we do not blow a 3-1 lead. Let's edit the rotation a little bit. You know what? We're running an 8-man rotation. Conley, you're playing 38. PG, you're playing 38. Luol Deng, you're playing 38. Let's see. Can we beat the Clippers? It's essentially going to be a home game for the Lakers. We know Staples Center. We know all the fans in LA. We know there's more Lakers fans out there. The Clippers at this moment, they don't even have the fake Doc Rivers banners, guys. Come on. We're up 5 with 2:14 left. We're up 7 with 134. Let's hop in. With 27 seconds left, my favorite number. Let's see if we can close out the game. Do we have the ball? That is the big question mark, of course. Camera angle, 2K camera angle. We do have the ball. All we got to do is hit our free throws, and we should be good, unless the Clippers elect to not foul. And they are going to foul. Good job to get the ball to Kobe. That's just really smart basketball right there. Kobe at the free throw line hits his first. All we need is one stop after this, and we should be good. The Clippers, either they don't have a timeout or they're electing not to use it. Bledsoe's coming down the court. All we got to do is get one stop, and this game is over, and they do use their timeout. Okay, they have one left after this. Kind of interesting to dribble the ball up, dribble it around for a couple seconds, and then call the timeout. They wasted a little bit of time there. But I am certainly not complaining about that. One stop. Likely the ball is going to go to Bledsoe, and then they're going to run pick and roll with Blake Griffin, I would think. Bledsoe, he was open, I think, but he did not take the shot. Bledsoe, wasting a lot of time, but he is going to get into the paint. He kicks it out, though. Blake Griffin for 3. He passed up an open layup. That is not a generational choke, but that is a choke and a half to give up a wide open layup. To pass it out to the three-point line. A horrible pass, by the way. To Blake Griffin, who can't even shoot the ball. I think this game is over. They are not calling timeout. They're going to let the clock wind down. And the Lakers are going to beat the Clippers. I mean, LeBron versus Kobe. D-Wade versus Kobe. I mean, Paul George. We all know all the great series he had as a young Pacer with LeBron James. LeBron has still not won a ring in this simulation. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. And we are going to win the NBA championship. Kobe Bryant wins the finals MVP 35-7-5. Looking at game 1, Kobe would put up 33 against LeBron, 27. Then Kobe would put up 37 in game 3 in a loss. Bro, Kobe just straight dragging us to victory. 54 with 18 free throws. That's insane. 54 points. Here is how the IRL playoffs will go as the Heat would beat the Thunder in the NBA finals. Of course, our bracket looks a little bit different as Kobe Bryant would take home another MVP. That is 4 straight championships for Kobe Bryant, officially passing Michael Jordan's three-peat. I was going to ignore this, but I did just want to include this at the end. No real significant trades once again, as we are going to enter the 2012 offseason. Let's see who retires. Shaquille O'Neal retires. Hopefully, no Lakers players. Okay, good. We did not get hit with any sudden retirements like last season. Looking at the historic changes, the Brooklyn Nets now exist, and then the Charlotte Bobcats, they're going to change their team branding. Draft lottery time. We do not have a lottery pick this year. However, the Heat via Cleveland. Please tell me that pick is protected. Thank goodness. I thought that pick was not protected for a second. I was about to be like, oh no, if the Heat got the number 1 pick, we would have been screwed. Trade away Marvin Williams and Aaron Brooks for Marcin Gortat. This year, we're going to go in with a legit center on the roster. Looking at everybody else that we could trade away, we can't trade you away. We just traded for him. Anybody else? This guy, you're making $5 million. Is there any chance we could just salary dump you? Kenyon Martin? Yo, I'm down to bring in Kenyon Martin. Don't get me wrong. Tony Allen? I think we got to bring in Tony Allen. I'm going to bring in Tony Allen. Welcome to the team. We do have the 27th pick this year in the NBA draft. Let's see who goes first. To the Cleveland Cavaliers, it's going to be Anthony Davis. Dude is a beast. The Blazers will not end up with Damian Lillard. The Detroit Pistons will draft him instead. Andre Drummond. So now they have Kawhi, Kevin Love, and Andre Drummond. The Minnesota Timberwolves are really building something out there. I think that's a fake player. Harrison Barnes will go 5th. Let's see who the Timberwolves take at 6. They are going to trade it away for Charlie Villanueva. All right, there. Classic Minnesota Timberwolves screwing up that pick. They could have had Chris Middleton. They could have had Jay Crowder. They could have had Draymond, but they do not. Let's simulate to our draft pick. Who is available? Mike Scott's here. Quincy Acey. Tony Roden's here. Anybody I'm particularly interested in? Tyler Zeller. He wasn't terrible. Let's go Tony Roden. I actually kind of like Tony Roden a little bit. 6'6" guard. He can play some defense for us. Looking at how the rest of the draft went, Festus Ezeli went top 10. Bradley Beal fell to 11. What are y'all doing? How did Bradley Beal not get drafted higher? We are obviously going to accept Paul George and Todd Gibson's team option. We're going to not bring anybody back. This offseason is going to be highlighted by Derrick Rose, the Dwight Howard, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, Kevin Love. A stacked free agency class here. The top guys would all stay put. Darren Williams would even go back to the Utah Jazz. The first big one, Brook Lopez is heading to the Pistons. Nick Batum's off to Brooklyn. Danilo Gallinari is going to stay in New York as he never gets traded for Carmelo Anthony. George Hill's going to go to the Blazers, so he will not get traded for Kawhi Leonard. Wilson Chandler's back on the Knicks also. The last big free agent left is Eric Gordon and Roy Hibbert. Let's see where they ended up. Looking at the transaction reports, we should be able to find them pretty easily. Just need to look at all transactions here. Where is Roy Hibbert? That is the big question. And Eric Gordon. Roy Hibbert is going to go to the Philadelphia 76ers on a very, very bad contract, as the Clippers are going to bring back Eric Gordon. Looking at our player progression, PG's up to an 89 overall. Mike Conley's up to an 87. Luol Deng stays at an 85, but that's okay. We have a legit center this year. Taj Gibson, he should be solid for us off the bench. Some of the older guys we signed, they're going to regress naturally, but I really, really like the roster. I will see you guys at the start of next season. Looking at the team is going to be Mike Conley, Kobe Bryant, Paul George, Luol Deng, and Marcin Gortat, with Taj Gibson, CJ Watson, Leandro Barbosa, and Chris Duhon off the bench. Hopefully we can maintain our level of excellence here. If we can win another NBA championship, that would be incredible, but we're starting off the season really, really poorly. At the trade deadline, we are 33-16, while being second in the Western Conference seems very, very good. Looking at the top teams in the NBA, we definitely are not doing good enough right now. We currently have the 6th best record in the NBA. The Heat have 45 wins, the Thunder have 40, the Timberwolves have 40. We definitely need to make some moves, because right now, we're barely the 3rd best team in the conference. Even though it's going to be probably a couple years rental, I really, really like Jason Terry. Welcome to the team, Jason Terry. He's probably actually going to be the 6th man here. So now we have him coming off the bench. He can provide some shooting and some defense for us. I really want to improve the starting center position, because I feel like that's holding us back just a little bit, but I still want to keep Gortat around, because the thing about Gortat, he could be one of the better backup bigs in the NBA. The problem is there's just not a lot of trades for big men, especially in this era. The 2K basketball engine is giving me an opportunity to get Andrew Bogut back. I think I have to take the trade. Andrew Bogut, welcome back to the Los Angeles Lakers. So now we have an awesome 6-man rotation here. We just need to work on a 7, 8, and 9 man. Unfortunately, we don't really have a lot of trade assets, so picks might have to get traded. Let's see. Is there just anybody we could bring in? Jordan Crawford? That's a bailout. Give me Jordan Crawford. Welcome to the team, Jordan Crawford. So now, looking at the roster again, we have a couple guards off the bench. If we could find like maybe another big man and like a utility forward, that would be incredible. Gonna trade away a young Tony Roden for a young Thomas Robinson. Welcome to the team, Thomas Robinson. Now all we really need is a backup center, and I will feel kind of comfortable with this team, although looking at everybody, we can't trade really anybody. We're going to have to rock with this lineup. Cole Aldridge, he's just going to have to try. Hopefully he doesn't get killed at the backup center position. I will see you guys at the end of the regular season. At the end of season number 3, LeBron James will win the MVP. Anthony Davis will win the Rookie of the Year in Cleveland. Jeremy Lin, 6th Man of the Year in Washington. Dwight Howard wins another Defensive Player of the Year. Hamad Haddadi wins the Most Improved Player. That sounds like the dude from Diamond Gym. Eric Spoelstra is going to win the Coach of the Year at 67-15. However, we would end the season 57-25. So while they did finish 10 games better than us, we had a really good second half to our season. Unfortunately, outside of Paul George, we would not see any awards. Wow, no All-NBA for Kobe, no All-NBA for PG. Taking a look at the player stats here. PG, he only averaged 17 points. Like I said, Luol Deng has really become a kind of a shot chucker in this. I might want to lower that tendency just a little bit to make sure Paul George is the new number 1 option. Kobe's still averaging 26 points. Jason Terry, great minutes for us off the bench. However, that 3-point shot, not the most consistent. Jordan Crawford, Andrew Bogut played very, very solid. So we are taking on the Denver Nuggets in round 1. They have Carmelo Anthony, still Nene, and Jan Mahimi. Chauncey Billups has started to regress just a little bit though, as we are going to take on the first 2 games. We're going to win game 3. We are going to sweep the Denver Nuggets, setting up a matchup against the DeMarcus Cousins and the Sacramento Kings. They have Isaiah Thomas, Tyreek Evans, Omri Caspi, Dante Green, and DeMarcus Cousins. Really, really good team overall wise. But we are going to win game 1. They're going to win game 2. They're going to win game 3. We're going to tie it up at 2-2. We win game 5. We are going to win game 6, setting up a matchup against the Oklahoma City Thunder. They were the 1 seed in the Western Conference. We know the team. Awesome starting 5. Landry Fields, Jeff Green coming off the bench. Cephalosha didn't necessarily progress the way he did in real life to be a rotational piece for them. Kobe's going to have to carry the team again. And so Thunder are going to win game 1. We're going to win game 2. We're going to win game 3. We're going to win game 4. They win game 5. They win game 6. Here's where I debate here. think we're going to lower these guys' minutes just a little bit. Bogut, you got to play about 33. No, you're going to play about 33. Luol Deng, you're going to play 35. PG, you're going to play 38. Conley's got to play more. You're going to play about 37. Game 7 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. If we win, we will take on the Chicago Bulls in the NBA Finals. This is in OKC. Very, very rough place to play. It's a close game at halftime, though. We are going to go in with a 6-point lead. Jordan Crawford, he has 14 points. He's leading the way in scoring. He has 7 free throws. Dude, Jordan Crawford, that signing could be the difference as we are down 3 early in the third quarter. It's the back and forth game. We're down 6 with 7:17 left. Can we get back into this game? We're down 8. We're down 7 with 137. I think the Thunder are going to best us, and they do. The Oklahoma City Thunder will take on the Chicago Bulls in the NBA Finals, and the Thunder take home their first NBA championship as James Harden does not get traded this year. This was the year James Harden got traded. He will not get traded in this as the Thunder win the NBA championship. Looking at the real-life playoff bracket, one thing has actually become apparent to me. LeBron James has still not won an NBA championship in this. He has 3 MVPs, but still no rings. He would end up with 2 rings right now in real life. So this NBA simulation has absolutely screwed him. As we head into the 4th offseason, Grant Hill is going to retire. We desperately need to make some trades. The luxury tax is now a thing. The Hornets are going to be the Pelicans now. As we take a look at league meetings, we're going to approve that. Draft lottery time. Do we have a pick that we traded for? We do. We have the number 1 pick via Charlotte. I have a feeling that pick is protected, and it is. Unfortunate, but that means I think we're going to have their unprotected pick next year. So that could be a really, really good pick. Phil Jackson's going to come back. This is the draft with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's see. Do the Bobcats take him? They are going to take Giannis. They have him at 7 foot tall. I mean, this dude is an absolute freak. Rudy Gobert is going to go number 2 in this draft. The Golden State Warriors, they're going to take Nerlens Noel. So, Lewis Parks goes 4th. Where is CJ going to end up? CJ McCollum goes 5th. Yeah, I don't know about the draft strategy there. CJ would end up going 5th. Cody Zeller, Trey Burke, Otto Porter would go to the Raptors. Interesting. MCW would end up at 12. Steven Adams, he'd go 11 to the Pacers. KCP would go 14 to the Mavs. Let's see who's on the board for us, as I almost accidentally simulated out of the draft. Andre Robertson, Robert Covington. I think it's going to be one of those 2 guys. Let's go Robert Covington. Robert Covington could be a very solid 3-and-D guy for us, as we're going to bring him in. Paul George, we're obviously going to accept. I'm going to accept Zellers, and this guy's also here, as we should not have anyone in free agency this year. Yeah, it looks like the whole team is back. So we just need to see, can we bring like anybody in to help out? Maybe it ends up being like TJ Ford. Welcome to the team potentially. As the big guns, Steph Curry ends up back on the Warriors. Harden's back on the Thunder. Kevin Love's back in Minnesota. I'll see you guys at the end of free agency when all these moves are made. Looking at the top of this free agency, no real big moves happened. The first real big one was Ty Lawson ending up on the Sixers. Eric Gordon would go to the Warriors, and then Roy Hibbert would end up in Charlotte. But other than that, no real big moves this free agency. I guess Kevin Martin, he stays in Houston now that he's not in Oklahoma City. Look at the player progression. Kobe went up 1 at 34 years old. I mean, this dude's a freak. Paul George is up to a 93 overall. Luol Deng's up to an 86. Unfortunately, Jason Terry went down in overall. I mean, that was kind of expected. But overall, same team as last season. I feel pretty solid about the team. We're going to try to improve the depth throughout the season, and I'll see you guys at the trade deadline. At the trade deadline, we're 41-8. But this was funny to me. How did people possibly support this? But the 26-26 Mavs are the 3 seed ahead of a 41-8 team, a 36-15 team, and another 36-16 team. Unbelievable. I can't believe people think this is actually like a good thing for the NBA. As the Miami Heat are the 4th seed this year, looking at the player stats, Paul George, please be averaging what I think you should be. Thank you. 27 points a game. Kobe's down to 20. Looking at the team, I mentioned it before, the bench has got to be improved, but at least Paul George is finally taking the most shots on the team like he should be. We're going to take this trade for Jan Mahimi. I feel like we haven't had a good backup center for a little bit now, so now that we have hopefully consistent center play, I think that makes our team a bit better. It's only going to play about 19 minutes, plus Jordan Crawford has really kind of taken over being the bench scorer. We have TJ Ford and Thomas Robinson off the bench. I'll see you guys at the end of the regular season, where hopefully that trade will propel us to the top. However, looking so far, we might be missing Jason Terry so far. We're we're 2-3 since that trade. Kevin Durant is going to win the MVP. I believe he actually won the MVP this year. So just like in real life, Durant takes home the MVP. Giannis Rookie of the Year. Bradley Beal wins the Sixth Man of the Year. The Dwight Howard Defensive Player of the Year. Patty Mills Most Improved Player, and Scott Brooks wins the Coach of the Year at 68-14. Now it's really nice to note, as Paul George makes an All-NBA third team, he is going to average, let's take a look here. He averaged 28 points this season. Shout out PG. He also makes the All-Defensive first team. What I feel very, very good about is that to end the season, we were so good. We ended the year 67-15. So we were right there with the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Western Conference, really the best teams in the NBA. They have the 3 best teams here. So we're going to take on the Golden State Warriors in round 1. This is, of course, Steph Curry, Monte Ellis, Eric Gordon, Omri Caspi, and Nerlens Noel. No Klay Thompson, no Andrew Bogut, no Harrison Barnes, no Andre Iguodala. However, they are going to win game 1, but we are going to win the next 2 games. It's tied 2-2. We're up 3-2, and we are going to win in 6, taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Surprisingly enough, despite their poor regular season record, they played very well this postseason. Dirk and Tyson Chandler lead the front court with Tristan Thompson, but the backcourt is just not great, although Otto Fields is the 86 overall. They are going to win game 1 against us. We're going to win game 2. They're going to win game 3. We're going to win game 4. We're going to win game 5. And we are going to take home the series in 6 games, taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder once again. This team just keeps getting better. It's actually kind of concerning. This team just continues to get better. Alvin Ellis is at 80 overall now. The good news is Ibaka's coming off the bench, so maybe they do win game 1. We're going to win game 2. They're going to win game 3. They're going to win game 4. Man, this team, it might not be good enough. But we're not going to go down. We're not going to go down not trying here. So we're going to play our starters a ton of minutes here. Mike Conley, you're going to play 35 minutes. Can we take game number 5 here? If we can take home game 5, I feel pretty decent about our chances to hopefully win game 6. As it is a dogfight, but they are starting to pull away. We definitely need to make some all-in trades this offseason because the Oklahoma City Thunder are once again going to win the NBA Finals. Kevin Durant wins the Finals MVP. In real life, the San Antonio Spurs would win the NBA Championship, meaning in this rebuild, Tim Duncan would not get his 5th ring. However, Kevin Durant is now a 2-time champion and a 2-time Finals MVP for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He will not be having to go to Golden State in this rebuild. Offseason, Kobe Bryant has not retired yet, so we still have a chance to get another ring for him. Looking at the historic changes in the NBA, the Bobcats are now the Charlotte Hornets. Looking at the league meetings, we're going to improve that. Draft lottery time. We have not really traded for draft picks. However, that Charlotte pick is the top 4 pick potentially. We got the 3rd pick in this year's NBA draft. We're going to bring back Phil Jackson, obviously. And this is our chance to either trade the 3rd pick for a star or Joel Embiid falls to us. Wait. Dante Exum. Celtics. What a generational sell. So we're going to get Jokic or Embiid. Who do the Jazz take at 2? They take Jokic. Well, we got Joel Embiid. Welcome to the team, Joel Embiid. I can't believe, what are they doing? What a generational sell. Dante Exum's a 79 overall. I'm sure he'll do good in this rebuild, but Joel Embiid, it's like, seriously? They passed up on Embiid. We do got to bring back Paul George this offseason. He is the top free agent here as he's prepared to take an offer from the Cavs. We will match that. Welcome back to the team, Paul George, as we are looking at the team now. With Embiid, we're really, really good at the backup center position now, but it's clear this team is not good enough to beat the Thunder. So we're going to have to maybe a 2-for-1 trade for a superstar. While this may look like a lateral move, Damian Lillard could be so good in this simulation. We're going to take Damian Lillard, and then we're going to maybe trade Luol Deng. He's a really, really good player, but if we can find someone for him, maybe we should consider it. Joakim Noah, that's an option. Maybe we bring in Joakim and trade Bogut. Maybe we have explored the Bogut trade market right now. Is there anyone we could potentially bring in? We could bring in like Gobert or Steven Adams and hope that they develop. But then we're kind of thinking too much in the future. So I don't really know about that. I trade away Andrew Bogut for Joakim Noah. I think Joakim Noah is better. So now we have a great defensive anchor. Luol Deng, Paul George, Lillard, Kobe. We do need a bench, but we've been needing a bench like every single year, it feels like, in this rebuild here. Bring in like Jan Mahimi, why not? We'll bring in like Jason Richardson. Could bring back TJ Ford too. Looks like we actually can. I think he got signed somewhere. We'll bring in Sasha. He used to be on the Lakers, so we'll bring him in. goes to the Wizards. Never mind. Taking a look at this free agency, once Kenneth Faried gets signed, if he gets signed, he does get signed. Let's take a look at the free agents, as Paul George will go back to the Lakers, obviously. John Wall goes to the Wizards. DeMarcus Cousins goes back to the Kings. Gordon Hayward goes back to the Jazz. Mike Bridges is going to head to the Pelicans. Otto Fields goes to the Sixers. JR is going to end up on the Magic. Derek Favors goes to the Brooklyn Nets. Danny Granger's on the Magic. So very interesting free agency. Judging that we're going into the 2015 year, let's just take a moment real quick and let's go ahead and look at the rest of the NBA real quick. Kind of get an update on what their rosters look like. So the Sixers did bring in Otto Fields. They have Jimmy Butler and Ty Lawson. They have Drew Holiday on the team also. Looking at the Bucks, nothing really going on there. D Rose is still in Chicago, fully healthy. AD's on the Cavs with Mo Williams and JJ Hickson. Rondo, he stays in Boston and Garnett and Pierce. And Ray Allen. So the big three is going to stay in Boston for looks like the rest of their career. Blake and DeAndre stay in Los Angeles with Eric Bledsoe. Rudy Gobert, Marc Gasol, OJ Mayo. Team's a little bit worse without Mike Conley. Al Horford stays with the Hawks along with ISO Joe. They have Josh Smith. They drafted Dion Waiters. The big three is still in Miami. Tyrese Thomas, he's become the best player on the Hornets with Giannis. Gordon Hayward, he's back in Utah with Darren Williams, who's still playing at a high level. Paul Millsap, and they just drafted Nikola Jokic. Dante Green's the highest overall on the Kings. Wow. And they 28th pick in 2008. He ended up being better than DeMarcus Cousins. That's actually kind of shocking there. The White and JR are on the Magic, so the White's going to spend his whole career potentially in Orlando. Dirk's on the Mavs still. Nick Batum, he goes to the Nets. Nothing really else going on there. Pau Gasol is on the Lakers because of that Paul George trade. Bradley Beal's in Indiana. Still don't understand how he fell in the draft. Chris Paul still in New Orleans with Mike Bridges now, so that's a dynamic backcourt right there. Clay's on the Pistons. Kemba Walker's in Toronto. Kyle Lowry stays in Houston. They have Draymond. Looking at Spurs, they're the same. Phoenix, they got one of the best point guard duos in the NBA, but really nothing else. The Thunder are a super team. The Wolves, they look like a potential super team too with Drummond and all those guys. Steph Curry, the roster just looks completely different around them. Team's just not as good. Lillard goes up to an 87 overall in player progression. I'll see you guys at the trade deadline, and hopefully we can take home another NBA championship for Kobe Bryant. So it is safe to say we may have built a super team. We are 38-1, 39-1. We're 39-2, okay. But obviously we're not going to make any trades because this team is doing absolutely ridiculous. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. So yeah, at the end of the year, PG is going to win his first MVP in 2015. Jokic wins the Rookie of the Year. Fred Owens, Sixth Man of the Year. Anthony Davis takes home the DPOY. Terrence Jones wins the Most Improved Player. And Phil Jackson, 76-6. He stays with the Lakers throughout his entire career. No New York Knicks in this, as Lillard makes the All-NBA third team. PG will also make an All-Defensive first team, so he has been just a monster in this. As the Rockets, we talked about Kyle Lowry, Draymond Green. They should not beat us. I'm just going to be real, and they don't. Taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, Kawhi, Kevin Love, Andre Drummond, Danny Green, Rodney Stuckey with Pekovic off the bench. Very, very solid team. I just don't think they can compete with the offensive firepower of Lillard, like Kobe not injured, and PG. They are going to take on the Thunder for the first time in a very long time. We actually have home court advantage against the Thunder. Let's see if we could take home the win here, as we are tied 1-1. They're going to go up 2-1. They're up 3-1. So the team that I have built is still not good enough to beat the Thunder, apparently. But we'll see. Maybe this rebuild's meant to end with Kobe coming back down 3-1. As we look pretty solid so far. We just got to maintain our lead, and we do not. Thunder get back into this game, and it looks like the Thunder are going to win this game. 3 straight years of losing to the Thunder, and the Thunder are going to win another NBA championship. Kevin Durant wins another Finals MVP. In real life, this would be Steph Curry's first ring, and LeBron James would be in Cleveland. That has not happened. LeBron not only is ringless, he's not in Cleveland. Golden State is nowhere close to the potential dynasty that they were going to build, and the Thunder have officially three-peated. Looking at the player retirements, Kobe's not there. So we still have a chance. We got to build this team around Kobe. I definitely got to be a bit more proactive in building this team, because I feel like I just looked at our record, assumed we would be fine. We really weren't. Let's take a look at the NBA draft here. Do we have a draft pick? We do not. Let's just see who gets drafted. We'll send to the end. My guess, this is a comfortable guess, Cat's going to go number 1. And Cat goes 1. Porzingis goes 2nd. The Pistons had back-to-back picks. Porzingis in Towns would be crazy. Jahlil Okafor goes to the Blazers. D'Angelo Russell goes to the Spurs. Devin Booker would end up on the Mavericks. Anybody else? Bobby Portis goes to the Hornets. I guess that's something. Does not look. Kelly Oubre falls to 22. Wow. And I just realized I don't even see Justice Winslow. The Justice Winslow, did he fall to the 2nd round or is he not in 2K? I'm going to assume he's not in 2K. Either that or I'm blind because I swear I don't see Justice Winslow anywhere here. I saw Stanley Johnson. Wow. Okay. Maybe Justice Winslow is not in the game. Big free agents this offseason: Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving, Isaiah Thomas, Dwight Howard, Klay Thompson, and Kemba Walker. Jimmy's also a free agent. Can we bring in anyone kind of help out the team? Lou Will you come to the team? Hey, welcome to the team, Lou Williams. I will absolutely take that. As we are going to simulate, let's go to day 11 in free agency. Kevin Garnett is still available. I don't really care about that. Kawhi is back in Minnesota. Kyrie's back in Phoenix. Isaiah Thomas is back in Sacramento. Dwight Howard, he's back in Orlando. He really is going to spend the entire career there. No real crazy moves. Brook Lopez goes to the Nuggets. Andrea Bargnani. It's a good player in this. Warriors get Zach Randolph. That's such a weird fit with Curry. And they bring in Carlos Boozer also, I guess. Player progression, Kobe's down 2. Lillard did not go up the way I thought, but Joel Embiid is up to an 84 overall. So I really like the team. We have an awesome 6-man group. We need to find a 7th or an 8th man though, because we have to compete with that super top heavy OKC team with borderline 399 overalls at this point. Huge trade for us right here. I do believe that Joakim Noah is better than Roy Hibbert. However, we get a massive improvement at the backup power forward position and Tyrese Thomas. Welcome both to the team. Luol Deng, I think, is still going to play the 4, but now we have Embiid. He's going to start. So now we have Embiid and Roy Hibbert at the center position. Then we have Tyrese Thomas and Luol Deng. I'm going to play PG 39 minutes. I'm going to play, where's Lillard? Lillard, you're going to play about 37 minutes. And then, Embiid, you're going to play about 31 minutes. Hibbert, you're going to play about here. So Lou Williams, he's going to be kind of the backup guard. I'll see you guys at the trade deadline if I need to make any trades. Never mind. I feel like I need to hop in here because there's a chance that we go undefeated this year. I really, really like the team makeup. If we do go undefeated, hopefully we can cap it off with an NBA championship. I mean, I would really hope we could, but taking a look at, the team, if we do end up losing a game, I'm going to trade for a guard. If not, I'm just going to let it go. I do just want to note real quick, at the end of the last Lakers video, I talked about how, videos were going to be coming out. Finals screwed me, guys. I low-key got a little burnt out. Oh, we lost. Unfortunate. We're definitely going to trade for a backup guard. But yeah, finals, it really kind of drained me a little bit. So I am back now, and I'm hoping that daily uploads will hopefully happen. I really want to commit to daily uploading. So daily uploads, 2 shorts, and then I'm going to upload on TikTok. That's hopefully what's going to happen. I'm really committed to this now. I'm going on a trip in a little bit to Minnesota, but I'm going to have videos pre-planned. But yeah, I just feel super motivated now. I definitely needed that little break after finals. Definitely need to trade for a guard. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. I feel pretty good right now. So definitely just ready to hop back on the grind. Even though this doesn't get rid of our backup center, this trade is way too good for me to pass up on. Mike Conley and Dennis Schroeder will be on the team next season. Roy Hibbert, he is on an expiring contract and I can't bring him back. So it makes sense to bring them in. So what we're going to do is, first off, Lillard's going to start, but we're going to move who goes up. So Schroeder goes down, Conley goes slightly down. So Conley's going to play the backup 2. So now we have Lillard, Kobe, PG, and then we're going to play Luol Deng, and then we have Tyrese Thomas, Mike Conley, and Schroeder off the bench. Even though Tyrese Thomas is a very good player, the opportunity for a 2-for-1 trade here is way too intriguing to me. We can bring in 2 rotational players for the price of 1. Looking at any other trades here, I don't really like anything else here. So we are going to take the trade for Danilo Gallinari and Timothy Mozgov. So now looking at the lineup of Conley, Gallo, Schroeder, and Mozgov off the bench, with Lillard, Kobe, Paul George, Luol Deng, and Joel Embiid in the starting lineup. This roster is disgusting. If we can't beat the Thunder this year, I do not know what roster will. We ended the year 76-6. Derrick Rose will take home the MVP in 2016. Karl-Anthony Towns wins the Rookie of the Year. Schroeder wins the 6th Man of the Year for us. Kawhi Leonard wins the DPOY. Joel Embiid, Most Improved Player, averaging about 11-11. And Phil Jackson would win the Coach of the Year at 76-6. Damian Lillard will make the All-NBA second team. We have to win this year. PG, All-Defensive second team. We have to win this year. Taking on the Houston Rockets, Kyle Lowry, Julius Randle is on the team now. This team's not good enough to beat us. Straight up. We are going to win 4-0. Taking on the Clippers, Bledsoe, Shannon Brown, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan with Al-Farouq Aminu off the bench. They have Taj Gibson. Another team, they're just not good enough, in my opinion, to compete with us, as we are Not going to win in 4. We're not going to win in 5. We're not going to win in 6. What is going on here? Do any of you guys want to explain what is going on? Lillard, you're playing 38 minutes. If we blow a 3-0 lead, that would be devastating. Come on, keep this lead against the Clippers at least. Looks like we will. Oh my, 2-point game? We're losing? Are you serious? 107, 310 left. Okay, we're up 1 with 140. Let's hop in. There is no way. There's no way this team's going to blow a 3-0 lead. This team is so much better than the Clippers. So I genuinely can't believe we're even in this position right now. We're down 1 currently. We got to play defense. This is what this team can do. Lillard guarding the ball against Bledsoe. Blake Griffin. He tries to take a turnaround. No good. PG with the rebound. Got to take over Paul George. It's PG, and it's got to be Kobe, Lillard. Like, we have so many guys that can close out this game for us. Lillard can't get anything to go. See if Kobe can make something happen. He passes it up to PG. Paul George, he's got to make something happen. Gets into the paint, takes a very bad shot. Great defense by Aminu there. As long as we play great defense. As Blake Griffin, he's going to get inside. He easily finishes. You're kidding. We're down 1. Oh my gosh, what a risky pass to Embiid. And Embiid slams it on Blake Griffin. Looks like the Clippers are playing a small lineup with Blake Griffin at the 5. Not a terrible idea, actually, for the Clippers. As Blake Griffin, he's going to try to post up on Joel Embiid. Takes the turnaround jumper, blocked by Embiid. Big block by Embiid. Slow it down, PG. We don't need a bucket here. And PG, he's going to take it anyways. As long as you make it, I'm okay. We're up 3 with 39 seconds to go. This Embiid is crazy. Like, posting up on Embiid was not the game plan I thought they were going to go for. As they are inbounding the ball, they're on 3. They don't need a 3, though. They could get a 2. Let's see how they want to play this. Bledsoe's got the ball. He almost goes into the backcourt. As Carlisle, he has the ball on the wing. They hit Blake Griffin in the post against Joel Embiid. Embiid plays great defense. Again, I just feel like pick and roll with Blake Griffin was probably a better option than a straight post up on a taller, stronger Joel Embiid, who at this point in his career, especially without injury, Embiid, not maybe as athletic as a Blake Griffin that never got injured, but he's a freak athlete. So it looks like the Clippers, I think, are going to call timeout. Yep. They do call timeout. We are 1 stop away from winning this game. PG's getting the crowd hype. We have to win this game. Like, we messed around. We thought, we took our opponent a little too lightly. We messed around a little bit. But now we're locked in. It's time to close out this series. They're going to get the ball to probably Bledsoe. Nope, it goes to Barry, who gives it back to Aminu, and they're wasting just so much time here. Bledsoe's got the ball up top. They go once again to Blake Griffin. He kicks it out this time. They took way too much time. Aminu has to take a terrible 3. That's no good. And they are going to foul. I will not be here to watch them play the foul game, however. So we are going to win by 6. Going to the Western Conference Finals, we're playing the Minnesota Timberwolves. So the Timberwolves are actually the team that's going to stop the Thunder from getting a potential 4-peat here. We're playing Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Love, Pekovic. They have Andre Drummond, Rodney Stuckey, Danny Green. It's a very, very good roster. I'm a little concerned because we just went to 7 with the Clippers, but we're up 3-0, and we're going to sweep Minnesota, taking on the Washington Wizards in the NBA Finals. John Wall, Jeremy Lin, Nick Young, Terrence Jones, and Jonas Valanciunas is the starting lineup. As we are going to win Game 1, we're going to win Game 2, we're going to win Game 3, and we are going to sweep the Washington Wizards. Paul George wins the Finals MVP. In real life, LeBron James would complete the iconic 3-1 comeback to secure his 3rd ring of his career and his 1st ring in Cleveland. However, in this simulation, he has 0 rings, and Kobe Bryant is now an 8-time champion. Taking a look at this offseason player retirements, where is Kobe going to retire? Kobe is not going to retire. I think we're going to have 1 more year, potentially 2, to try to compete with Kobe Bryant. Looking at the Hall of Fame inductees, Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett make it. Historic changes. Not really too much here. We're just going to approve of that. Draft lottery time. We do not have a draft pick. However, the Utah Jazz are going to pick number 1. This is a team that just got Nikola Jokic. Did Phil Jackson retire? Obviously bring back Lillard and Thomas Robinson. Kind of just realized that. Where is the staff retirements? Phil Jackson is going to retire. He coached Kobe throughout his entirety of his late career. So we need to bring in a new head coach. Avery Johnson's an option. We'll bring in Avery Johnson. Former player. I think he can mesh well with Kobe Bryant. So he is going to come in. Looking at the NBA draft, the Utah Jazz have an opportunity. They're going to take Ben Simmons. In real life, this was not a crazy pick to make at the time. However, Jaylen Brown would likely go number 1 in a redraft now. Buddy Hield goes 3. That's a little ridiculous. Sabonis 4th. Sabonis looks so different. Why does Sabonis look like that? Bro, they did Sabonis dirty with that picture. Let's see. Prospects. Derek Jones Jr. is here. Jakob Poeltl's here. I'm going to go Derek Jones Jr. Oh, Ivica Zubac is here. Yeah, let's take Zoo. He ends up back on the Lakers, just like in real life. And looking at Anthony Gill, hey, he ended up having the guard. GP2's here. Actually, let's take GP2. Welcome to the team, as we are going to rookie signings. Anybody we need to bring back? Embiid and Schroeder, we do not need to bring back, fortunately enough. Qualifying offers to Damian Lillard, so he is going to have to come back. He is the 4th ranked free agent in this class. We are obviously looking to bring back Lillard. Damian Lillard, welcome back to the team. Looking at the roster now, so we have Lillard and Schroeder still. We have Kobe, Mike Conley. We have PG and Luol Deng still. Then we have Embiid, Mozgov, and Zubac. Let's simulate 2 day 11 of free agency just to see who went where. Anthony Davis will go back to the Cavs. Chris Paul's back on the Pelicans. Carmelo Anthony goes to the Dallas Mavericks. Lillard goes back to us. Bradley Beal stays in Indiana Pacer. Andre Drummond goes to the Milwaukee Bucks. Tony Parker goes to the Miami Heat. Wow. Do the Heat still have all their players? They do. They added Tony Parker. Wow, that's a really good signing for them. Let's take a look at player progression here. Joel Embiid's up to an 89 overall. Kobe Bryant went down. However, Lillard's an 89. PG's a 94. Luol Deng went down 1. How did Danny Drew go up 70 overalls in a season? How is that even possible? I will see you guys, though, at the start of the 2017 NBA season. Or I guess it's 2016. Well, I'll see you guys at the 2016-17 NBA season. It's a 2-for-1 trade at the trade deadline, but we're going to trade for Al Horford. Al Horford's actually going to play power forward for me, which is something that he did experiment with a little bit in real life, but in this, he can space the floor. We play with a little bit more size here, as Luol Deng is going to come off the bench. With his slight regression, I'm actually looking to potentially trade Luol Deng, so let's see what we can get for him. Derrick Rose is going to win the MVP in 2017 as he never gets injured. Ben Simmons Rookie of the Year. Trey Burke wins the 6th Man of the Year. Kawhi Leonard DPOY. Kyle Anderson was the most improved player, and Avery Johnson was the Coach of the Year at 68 and 14. I ended up not making any moves at the deadline. There was nothing I really liked, but we are the 1 seed taking on the 8th seed in Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, they still have Kawhi and Kevin Love, but they did lose Andre Drummond. So we are up 2-0, we're up 3-0, and we are going to sweep the Timberwolves, taking on the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry, Monte Ellis, Eric Gordon, Zach Randolph, Nerlens Noel with Jay Crowder off the bench. I mean, they've done all right for themselves, but obviously not the team they had in real life. At this point, they had Durant, Draymond, and Clay around Curry. So we are taking on the Clippers once again in the Western Conference Finals. Let's see if they give us a scare like they did last year. They will not. So we are going to win 4-0, taking on the Milwaukee Bucks in the NBA Finals. They actually added Andre Drummond, Brandon Jennings. He's a beast in this. Andrew Wiggins, Omri Caspi, but they do not have Giannis. So we are going to win game 1. We're going to win game 2. We're going to win game 3, and we are going to sweep the Milwaukee Bucks. Damian Lillard takes home the Finals MVP. In real life, this would obviously be the year Kevin Durant went to the Golden State Warriors, and let's face it, the NBA was a little bit broken for a little bit. That was probably the greatest team ever assembled, but in this, we are now the best team assembled with Lillard, Kobe, PG, Horford, and Embiid. Going into the offseason, Kobe Bryant once again does not retire, so we're getting Kobe for a couple more years than in real life. And a lot of this is due to the fact that he doesn't get injured in this. League meetings, the normal ones get approved. Draft lottery time. Who is going to get the number 1 pick this year? It's going to be the Blazers. Interesting. So the Blazers have an opportunity here. Avery Johnson did very, very well as a coach. Looking at the number 1 pick, the Blazers, they're going to take Kyle Kuz. Blazers fans, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Kuz? Seriously? Okay, so the Hawks? Okay, Donovan Mitchell. Okay, I'll accept Mitchell, but where's Jason Tatum? The Celtics, are they gonna get Jason Tatum? It was just destiny. It was destiny. The Celtics were always gonna take Jason Tatum, and they get the Aaron Fox. That's an insane duo. As long as the ball's going to go 6, John Collins goes 5th. Markelle Fultz, he won't get injured. So even though, even though Markelle, he ended up being bust in real life. He's going to be really, really good for the Rockets. Bam. Mr. 83 goes 9th. Did Josh Hart end up on the Knicks? Did I see that right? No, he ended up in Brooklyn. Okay. OG goes 12. Looking at the team options here, Joel Embiid's going to come back. Do we need to bring anybody in? Need to bring back Dennis Schroeder. Okay. Giannis is going to be the big free agent here. Schroeder, 4th best free agent in the class. That's actually kind of shocking here. As Giannis is off the board, Giannis is going to the Hornets. He didn't get drafted to the Hornets, right? I'm not crazy. No, he did. Okay, so he's back in Charlotte. Rudy Gobert, he's going to the Spurs. He got drafted by New Orleans, so he's leaving. CJ is going to the Cavs. And then obviously we brought back Dennis Schroeder. Looking at player progression here. Will guys go up? No. Kobe's down 2. Lillard's up 1. Embiid's up 2. Horford went down 2. That's actually really unfortunate. And Luol Deng's down 2 also. It might be time to trade Luol Deng just because if he's going to continue to regress, by next season, he could be like an 80 overall. So I'll see you guys at the trade deadline if I elect to make any trades. So far, through this simulation, we are 10-0, so I'm going to keep the recording going just in case we actually go 82-0 this season. The magic point total, I believe, is 30. And so we need to be winning games. We lost. Take this trade for a young Aaron Gordon. We're going to bring in Mozgov. So it's just going to improve the depth on our team. Like I said, Luol Deng was getting a bit older, so I wanted to get rid of him. We still look very, very good this season. We are 45-4. I'll see you guys at the end of the regular season. LeBron James will take home the MVP in the 2017-2018 NBA season. Jason Tatum, Rookie of the Year. Allen Stevens, 6th Man of the Year. Kawhi Leonard wins the Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 30 points a game. Marion Bryant, Most Improved Player. And Avery Johnson wins the Coach of the Year at 75-7. Looking at the All-NBA teams, none of our guys unfortunately made it, but we are the 1 seed in the NBA taking on the Rockets for what feels like the 3rd straight year in a row. Maybe it was even 4th year in a row. So we are going to take on Dante Green, DeMarcus Cousins, Isaiah Thomas. What a big 3. 390 plus overalls in Sacramento. The big 3 is absolutely ridiculous, but we are just dominating as we are going to win 4-0. Taking on the OKC Thunder, they have Russ, Harden, and Durant still. They got Frank Kaminsky and Ibaka. So they managed to keep the big 4 together for this entire rebuild. Let's see if we can beat the Thunder. We are going to win game 1. They're going to win game 2. We're going to win game 3. They're going to win game 4. They're going to win game 5. We are in a bit of trouble here. Let's go to a 9-man rotation here. Let's see if we can win in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City has been our kryptonite so far in this rebuild, and they're up huge. Are you kidding? There's no way we lose this game, right? Come on. We got to come back. We're down 3 in the 4th quarter. So there's definitely a chance. We're down 4. We're down 6. We're down 4 with 143. And we're just not good. Dude, the Thunder just killed us, dude. As Russell Westbrook is going to win the Finals MVP, the Thunder win their 4th championship. We just couldn't beat this Thunder team. I don't know what it was. The Warriors would obviously take home back-to-back championships with Kevin Durant. But the big question, will Kobe Bryant retire after losing? He won't. We have another year of Kobe. So Kobe has lasted to 2018 in this. League meetings, we're just going to approve. Draft lottery time. Is there anybody here? And the Knicks have the best odds of the number 1 pick. They will not get it. The Pacers are going to get the number 1 pick. Avery Johnson, I'm going to keep him around. Man, we just haven't been able to beat the Thunder. The Thunder have just been ridiculously good. As the Pacers are going to get Luka Doncic, dominating, goes to the Grizzlies. Michael Porter Jr. goes to the Spurs. Trae Young's going to go to the Knicks. Jaren Jackson ends up in Boston. So now they have Tatum, De'Aaron, and Triple J. That's a really, really good team. We're going to bring back Big Zoo. We do need to bring back Aaron Gordon and Joel Embiid. Certainly going to look to bring both those guys back. Embiid, we're going to offer him that. And then Aaron Gordon, we're going to offer that contract. Just going to match the offer on Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid and Aaron Gordon, welcome back to the team. Let's take a look at who has been signed. Mike Bridges goes back to the Pelicans. Dante Exum, he's a 93 overall. So you know what? The Celtics did not screw that up. And now, wait, they have Exum, Fox, and then Triple J and Jason Tatum. That's a scary team right there. As we are going to hit the player progressions, we need a huge development here. As Kobe Bryant is down to an 88 overall, he's almost 40. If Kobe lasts to 40, that would be crazy. I'll see you guys at the trade deadline. And if I feel like we need to make any trades, because we got to beat the Thunder. The Thunder have beat us in 4 straight playoff series when we've played each other. Got bad news here. Kobe Bryant plans to retire and is eligible for a farewell tour. So we have to win this year. This has to be the year we take home another championship for Kobe. Can we go undefeated this season? That would be actually ridiculous. We do not. This is an all-in move right here. Trading for Chris Bosh. No other trade I'm really interested in. But we are going to bring in Chris Bosh. Welcome to the team. He's going to be the backup power forward on this team. We might even look to trade Horford. Let's see if we could just get any minor improvements, because any minor improvements on this team I'll absolutely take. Anybody here? Not really. So this is going to be the team: Lillard, Kobe, PG, Horford, and Embiid, with Mike Conley off the bench, with Schroeder, Bosch, and Mozgov. I'm just going to trust the roster. I'll see you guys at the end of the regular season. At the end of Kobe's final season, D-Rose takes home the MVP, Luka Doncic Rookie of the Year, Yusuf Nurkic Sixth Man of the Year, Joel Embiid wins the Defensive Player of the Year, Lowry Markkanen Most Improved Player, and we went 78-4. So we broke the wins record like several times in this video. We have to win this postseason. So we're taking on once again the Sacramento Kings. I didn't even bother going over the Blazers roster. Oh, we almost blew a 3-1 lead. That got scary. That's what happens when you get cocky. We're taking on the Clippers, so we don't get to play the Thunder, which is really unfortunate because the Thunder, they've been the team that's beat us, but we could beat everybody else, as we're going to play the Pacers in the NBA Finals with a rookie Luka. Bro, rookie Luka leading the Pacers to a finals is ridiculous, as we are going to win the NBA championship in Kobe's final year. Lillard takes home the finals MVP, and Kobe Bryant, if he stays true to his word, will retire after his farewell tour. 10-time NBA champion, and he is going to retire at age 40. So we did get Kobe Bryant longer than he was in real life. In real life, Kobe Bryant announced his retirement on November 29th, 2015. We are on July 3rd of 2019, and this is the official date that Kobe Bryant will retire in 2K. I do want to say thank you all so much for watching. I'm sorry that videos have been delayed. Like I said, finals, it was rough, but we're through it. Kobe, he was 89 overall when he retired. He really could have played more seasons, to be honest, but he has chosen to retire now. Thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Until then.